Hey everyone, we'll get started in about 10 minutes. I'm going to check to make sure everything is working good on my end and that you guys can hear me and that that you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. So let me turn this down a little bit. And I am so excited to start off the new year, right? 2019. Yes. All right. And today I'm using a brand new platform. So we're going to see how this works. And so if I have a little glitches back and forth, please excuse me on that. But again, I can't be doing the same thing I was doing in 2018 if I expect new results in 2019. So today you guys are going to follow along with me as I try something out new, and we're going to put out in the universe, right, that everything is going to grow awesome. Okay. So while you guys are coming in, I am going to check to make sure everything is working. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and share my slides. So let's see how that looks. Yay, that's looking great, isn't it? All right, so let me check and see how everything is looking on your end. Yay, that's looking great. Yeah. So let me do some shares. I see some of you are already entered. So go ahead and put your name in the comment section so I can give you a shout out. Let me know where you are viewing me from and put your name in the comment section so I can give you a shout out. All right. And I'm going to check to see. Oh, I see some comments. Yes. Hey, Miss Faison. Hey, Felicia, what's up? Hey, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I love, guys, this new platform that I'm using. It's called StreamYard, right? So I am going to share the link to this platform at the end of this episode. So just wait, because you do get a $10 credit by me sharing my official affiliate link. So if you guys want to try this out for 2019, then this looks like the perfect platform to make that happen. So I'm loving that I can see the comments. Miss Faison, I did not know you were in Arizona. Oh my gosh, I love Arizona. I visited Scottsdale, Arizona I did a 7-day vacation out there and loved it. I can't get my husband to go out there to Arizona though. I think he thinks it's a little hot, but I absolutely loved it. So let me see how I get distracted so easy. So let me do some sharing. I hope I share that in the right place. You know how sometimes you share and you're not sure if you're sharing in the right place. Anybody? Is that anybody else? Like, did I share that in the right place? How many of you have set your new intentions for 2019? Let me know. Tell me, share one of your new intentions that you're going to implement in 2019. Put it in the comment section. We look like we are rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. So I see, look guys, I can actually share you guys comments. See, Miss Faison says she's from Arizona. She's only been there for 4 months. Oh, lucky you. Warm weather, awesome. Awesome, love it there. Shanae is on with us. Happy New Year to you, Shanae. Yay. So glad to have you here with us. Felicia says her intention is to stay the course and be consistent. Right on, girl. Love it. I love that. Same here. Again, like I said, I cannot be the same person and doing the same thing as I did in 2018 and expect to get new results for 2019. So I see that most of you are all agreeing with me on that. I want to make sure that everything is going smooth on the phone. Awesome. Oh, I am loving this platform. Karen is on with us and she says, Happy New Year to everyone. Yay. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Miss Faison says her intention as well is to be consistent. Love it. Awesome. So guys, we're about to start in about a couple of minutes. I want to make sure and check that you guys have downloaded your free action guide. So let me stop this. I want to make sure that you've downloaded your free action guide. Go ahead to aleasemechelle.com/ this year. I think that's what it is. Hold on. Let me check to make sure. Yeah, it is. It's this year. So go to aleasemechelle.com / this year. I'm going to put it in the comments section. aleasemechelle.com / this year and download your free action guide. There it is. There it is right there. So you guys can again go to www.aleasemechelle.com / this year so you can download your action guide. So you guys ready? Let me see how many of you are ready. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Let me know that you're ready. That went in there twice. I have to be careful how many times I hit enter. Awesome. Yes. Oh, Miss Cheryl says her intention is to build my mental toughness to execute in my business. That's right, girl. 2019 is going to be awesome for all my superstars and all my Lady Boss Club members. When we set intentions, we know every single day what we are supposed to be doing. And today is all about making sure that you guys get exactly what you really want in life. All right. So it looks like we are about to start in about 2. I'm going to start. My clock says 12:57. There's so many of you already on, so I want to go ahead and get started. So let's get started. Hey, Diana. Miss Hicks is on with us, guys. Everyone, let's give Diana a hello. Diana, let me just tell you this. I saw you went live a couple of days ago, and you were using this exact platform, which is StreamYard. I immediately wrote it down, and then the next day I went and did my research. And I am now using it for the first time. So I want to say thank you so much. Thank you. See, I'm paying attention to what you guys doing. I am loving this platform so far, right? It's crispy clear. Is even it's a word, crispy clear. The sound is awesome. I love all of these like gadgets and things. Thank you so much. Again, you never know who's paying attention, and I was paying attention. So I decided to use StreamYard. So thank you again. And for those of you who are interested in using StreamYard as well, at the end of this show, I will be sharing the link to it so that you guys can check it out as well. They do have a referral link that anybody who joins in, they have a free version as well. So guys, I mean, the free version is extraordinary. Right now I'm using the paid version, but the free version is great as well. But for those of you who are interested and ready to take your business to the next level, which is what most of you all are talking about and setting intentions for 2019, then you definitely want a platform that sets you up and makes you look super professional. So again, I'm going to be sharing the link to the StreamYard so that you guys can get a $10 credit when you sign up. So that helps, right? And then once you sign up, there's a monthly fee. And the monthly fee is like $25. And again, guys, I've done my research and this is the base price for doing what you do. But anyway, all right. So, okay, let's see if I can get this to work right. There we go. All right, guys. So let me go into share my slide so I can see what you guys see. And let's start to show from the beginning. All right. I hide that. All right. So today, guys, again, Happy New Year. What I want to talk about is how to get what you really want this year. And this is the introduction to my new show called Coach the Coach. I titled it Coach to Coach because I want to make sure that I am giving all my coaches the necessary information that they need to be successful. So let me get the introductions out the way. I want to say again, welcome to Coach to Coach, show where I share awesome advice and tips for business and life coaches. And again, I'm your host, Alease Michelle Jones. And today we're going to be talking about how to get what you really want this year. All right. All right. So you guys look like everything is going good. I'm going to make sure that you guys can see my slides. Because, you know, sometimes there's a little bit of glitches. I'm going to escape out of this real quick. So let's see. Is my slide showing up? I might have to. Make it change the view of it. I'm going to stop sharing for a second and then I'm going to bring it back in. So hold on one second with me. I told you guys, this is new platform. It was working just fine just a second ago. And I want to make sure that it works the way I want it to work. So I'm going to do this one more time. Yeah, I'm going to go in presentation mode right now. But it looks like I might have pushed the wrong button. You know what? That could have been what I was doing. So if you guys cannot see my whole slide, and if it's not moving, let me know, okay? All right, so today's agenda, what we're going to be talking about, and again, just a quick reminder, if you have not downloaded your action guide, go to aleasemichelle.com/this year to download your action guide, okay? Oh, and the reason why it's not showing is because I didn't share my screen. There you go. Now let me see if that works. So on our agenda for the day, let me see if you guys are, let me see. Y'all might hear what I'm saying, feedback. Download your action guide, okay? Oh, and the reason why it's not showing is because I didn't share my. It's a little delay, which is good. So let me see if you guys can see it in the full screen. Be patient with me. I'm going to take a little sip. Full screen still is not showing, isn't it? a little delay, which is good. So let me see if you guys can see it in the full screen. Nope. I know what I'm going to have to do next is instead of, I need to share my whole entire screen. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's share the whole entire screen. And then let's do that. See what happens now. And see if that works better. Thank you guys for staying on with me. Again, you guys get to see the behind the scenes, the front of the scenes. You get to see all of my my bloopers. This is gonna be part of my bloopers reel. I think I got it. I think it's happening. I think, oh, yes, it works. All right. So, all right, guys, today we're going to be talking about how to get what you really want. Again, quick reminder, if you have not downloaded the action guide, go ahead and download it right now. Go to aleasemichelle.com/this year. And so today what we're going to be talking about is how to overcome procrastination. I got some things that I need to talk to you about on that, because we all like to procrastinate on something once in a while, and I'm going to help you with that. We're also going to be talking about cleaning up your task list. Right? We got a to-do list. We got a task list that's probably as long as your arm, right? I need to share with you how to clean that up so that we can get a lot more things done, so that we can actually get the things that we really want in life, right? The next thing we're going to talk about is when to get rid of toxic relationships. Yeah, we got to get rid of some folks. If we want to move forward and make 2019 be the best year ever for us, we're going to have to drop some people. Y'all agree with me on that? Give me some hearts. We're going to drop some folks. And then the last thing is setting boundaries with clients, friends, and family. Yep, we got to set some boundaries. Awesome. So those are the things that we're going to cover. And again, welcome to all of you guys who are joining me today on Coach to Coach. I am Alease Michelle, your online marketing and branding coach, and I help business and life coaches build their business the right way and fast. So today we're going to be talking about how to get what you really, really want this year. All right, so let's jump into overcoming procrastination. Overcoming procrastination. Let me get to my slides as well. I don't want to miss procrastination is a habit that we have created for ourselves, right? This is not a syndrome. This is not that something just happened. This is a habit that we have created. Just like you might have a habit of biting your nails, you might have a habit of getting up late or whatever that might be. Procrastination has become a habit that you have to learn to overcome. And we have to put new habits in place, new routines in place so that you can overcome procrastination. Now, I've also realized that procrastination, it happens when you have so much on your task list and to the point that it is overwhelming. You know what I'm talking about. You got so much to do and you look at that list and it's like, oh my gosh, that's a lot to do. It's overwhelming. And you just put that list to the side and you go sit on the couch or you go take a nap somewhere and it doesn't get done. And again, by doing that, we are cementing again the procrastination habit. So I want to share with you some tips on how to overcome procrastination so that you can move forward and have a really great year this year by doing the things that you need to do. Okay. So number one, you need to minimize the tasks that you have on your list. Now, we're going to go in a little bit more detail in the next step about your task list, but we need to think about minimizing that list as much as possible. I like to write down the top 3 things that I know that I can get done in the time span that I've allowed myself. I like to put down one personal thing that I need to do, one business thing that I need to do, and then maybe another personal or another business thing. So typically it's 3 things on the list. It might be 2 personal and 1 business, or it might be 2 business and 1 personal. But those 3 things go on my list. And I write those down, knowing that those are the things that I can complete in the time span that I've allowed it for myself. So maybe one of my personal tasks is washing clothes. I know that I can wash clothes today. I can get 3 loads in today, have them washed, have them dried and folded and put up. Okay, put up by the end of the day. And then I can also, on my task list, was to do the coach to coach show with you guys today. I know I could do that today. So that went on my list. And then I got one other thing that I need to take care of, and that's for my Lady Boss Club members. Those are my 3 things. I minimize my task list so I do not get overwhelmed with it. The next thing that I do that my husband thinks is so funny, but I have to do this because I can't get distracted very easily, is that I set a timer. I set a time for myself to get certain tasks done. Tasks that I know shouldn't take me more than an hour to do. You know, guys, let me know. It might take you 2 hours sometimes. Sometimes, like if I'm cleaning up the house and my aunt is not here to help me clean up the house, then it could take me literally 3 or 4 hours to clean up our house. And our house is not big at all. So it shouldn't take me that long to clean up, but I have to set a timer for myself and say that you must get this house done and complete it within an hour. I do that as well with my business. Especially when you're on social media, I set a timer to only spend 30 minutes posting, commenting, or doing whatever I'm going to do on social media within that 30-minute time spot. Once that 30 minutes is done, I am on to my next task on my list. So setting a timer is good. It's also good to have a timer to see how long it takes you to do something, so that when you do delegate things and hire someone, then you know how much time that a person should be using, like, you know, an average amount of time, or what someone should be doing on one of your tasks. So timing yourself to get things done and actually timing yourself to see how long it takes you to do a task is very helpful when you get ready to hire different staff. Okay. So timers, we all got timers on our phone. We got timers on our computer. You got timers on your microwave. So there's timers. If you don't have a timer, then you can go to the dollar store. They have little timers there. It's a little like square little timer. Use that to time your task. And guys, let me tell you, you get so much done because you're trying to beat the time. And then you realize, like, oh, I didn't knocked out all of my activities on my to-do list, and it's just 12 o'clock. Right? It's a great feeling because now you can go shopping and go do whatever you want to do after 12. And then the last thing is to reward yourself. You just heard one of my rewards to myself is once I complete, maybe if I have a task that I know might take me about an hour or so, if I complete that task within an hour and a half, I stop at an hour and a half and I reward myself. I either reward myself by sitting on the sofa and watching maybe a 30-minute or 45-minute show. One of my favorite shows is The Big Bang Theory. Love that show. And it's only lasts like 30 minutes. And since I don't even have commercials, I get to watch 2 episodes because I'm like streaming it from Amazon. But I get to watch 2 shows within that 30-minute time. I rewarded myself because I was able to complete something. And then I might grab a snack and then bam, I'm back at the table again, working to finish my next task. But I try consistently to reward myself when I complete a task. It is very, very important. I know you might think, oh gosh, you really don't need to do that, but you really do, because now I feel like, I get this extra boost of energy. Okay. So those are my 3 tips on how to overcome procrastination. Choose one of them or choose all of them to implement. Let me get something to drink. Choose, I hope you guys did not hear that big old gulp. I got to remember, I got to put my screen on top of this so you won't hear every little thing I do. But all right, so choose one of those things to implement or choose all 3 of them because they are very easy to implement into your plan and your schedule for this year. Okay. So let me see. I have Miss Sean on with me. Oh, awesome, awesome. Sean said my issue is delegating. I want to do everything, but I'm not just accepting that I can't. You're now just accepting that you can't do it all, and it's okay. This is what today is about. No, you can't do it all. And in our next section that I'm going to talk about, which is cleaning up your task list, we're going to talk about what you need to do to start to delegate, to delete, to automate, outsource, whatever you need to do. Okay. So again, for those of you who are just popping in, if you have not downloaded the action guide, go to aleasemichelle.com/this year to download the action guides, because this particular chart that you are seeing right now is also inside of the action guide. And this is going to help you clean up your task list. All right. So let's get to it. So make a list of the tasks that you hate doing. Make a list of the tasks that you absolutely hate doing. Yeah, that's a big one. I have a long task, and most of the tasks revolved around cleaning up the house thing. And that's why my aunt now comes every 2 weeks to help me clean up the house. She mostly does it all, but I try to help because I don't want to, she's a little older, but anyway, but I help a little bit. But she really, really helps me out with the tasks that I really hate doing. I can go through. I hate dusting. Just to let y'all know, I hate dusting. Matter of fact, it messes with my sinuses. I hate dusting. I hate washing dishes, and I hate cleaning out the stove and the refrigerator and mopping. Y'all get the point. But making the list of the things that I hate doing, you want to do the same thing and see if you can fit in some kind of way to either hire someone to do it for you, delete it and not do it at all, assign it to somebody else. Like if my aunt wasn't here to do it, my husband likes to do a lot of the cleaning as well. So I could assign some of those things to him, and then we can just sort of like, you do this and I do that. If that was the case, that would work out for me as well. But definitely making a list of the things that you hate doing. Another thing that I hate doing is taking the trash to the front of the yard. Y'all know on trash day, I hate taking the trash out. And so I don't do that at all. My husband, that is one of his tasks that he does. I will not do it at all. He looks at me sometimes and said, now, Alease, this trash is overflowing. I hate taking out the trash. I really do. So that's what he does. So it's okay to have a list of things that you hate doing. It's okay to tell people the tasks that you hate doing. We are not, I hate the term superwoman, because we're not. We're not superheroes at all. And we don't have the capability or the energy to be superheroes. We are women building businesses, building brands, taking care of our family, and living our life. So we can't be everybody saving everyone, kind of people all the time. And so it is okay to say and tell people the things that you don't like doing, and delegating it, get rid of it, and assigning it to other people. So inside of that action guide is a chart where you can write all of those things down. Once you've decided on the things that you hate doing, then you want to look at the activities or tasks that are not money-making activities. And if they're not money-making activities, you want to outsource it, you want to delegate it, you want to automate it, or you want to delete it. So the things that I'm really saying to you, the things that should be left on your list are money-making activities. If you have a full-time job and you're doing this business on the side, then your full-time job and the activities that you do within your full-time job are money-making, producing activities. If you could, assign those or delete it, then, more power to you. But probably you can't. So the activities that are producing you money or leading you up to making money should stay on your list. And once you have perfected those, like you've gotten comfortable with it, I don't recommend assigning social media to someone when you don't have the social media under your belt. Like you don't really understand how to use social media. I wouldn't hire someone else to do the social media for me if I didn't really understand it. Now, I'm not saying to be a proficient at it. But you should at least be aware of how to use it, how to get clients from it before you assign it to somebody else. You see what I'm saying? So those activities that are bringing you money, you definitely want to get to a basic level with those activities before you delegate those out. And then there should be tasks that you actually love doing, and then there's tasks that you just can't farm out. Like I can't farm out the coach to coach show. I can't. I mean, I'm the host, I'm the face, so I can't get someone else to do it. Although I got some clients that want other people to do that, which is crazy, but we're not talking about that today. But there are some tasks that you have to be there to do. So make sure you put that on your chart as well, right? So cleaning up your task list has a lot to do with finding out the tasks that you don't like to do, as well as the tasks that you do like to do, and then deciding on which of those activities are money-making activities for you that you should keep. Now, before I move on to the next thing, again, I am talking my head off. One of the tasks that I really like to do that is not really a big money maker for me that I need to delegate, and some of it I have, is that the graphics. I am a graphic designer by heart. Undergrad, I studied graphic design. I worked for NASCAR for several years as a graphic designer. So design work, creating is one of my passions. But I've also learned that it is a very time suck for me, right? I can really be designing stuff and be doing it for hours and realize that I have not been doing the things that I need to be doing. So I have outsourced some of that. Have not outsourced all of it, but I have allowed myself to outsource a lot of that. An example would be my social media graphics. All of my quote graphics are being done by other people. I've actually outsourced that part. I love doing it, but again, I know that that's a time suck, so I outsourced it, right? So let me see if you guys have any comments before I move on to the next section, because I am talking my heart out, right? So Felicia says, I'm really, really bad when I do not take the time to talk to family when they call or when I'm working. Felicia, I am so with you. I am the exact same way. When I am working, when we're going to talk about setting boundaries, I do not accept calls, okay? Especially from family members, because they just talk on and on and on and on. So what I do, I don't feel the guilt about it at all. What I do is that I make note to return that person's phone call as soon as I'm doing my little break or as soon as I'm completed with my work. I love talking to people in my car, like when I'm going from one place to the next. So a lot of times I know that I'm going out to the grocery store to pick up something, and I say, well, you know what? I call my mom when I get in the car. And so don't feel guilty about that, because a lot of times people who don't work from home don't realize that the time, like this time right now, is work time for you. And so they just feel like they can call anytime, which is really a distraction, which pushes your work back further, right? I know, again, I got off tangent, but don't feel guilty about that. We'll talk about how to set boundaries, or when to know when to set boundaries like that. Karen says, amen. I hate this superwoman syndrome as well. Yeah, I do. I just despise that, because we're not. We're human beings. All right. So when to get rid of toxic relationships. Now, this is a hard one. This can be very, very hard, because sometimes I'm a people pleaser, and I don't like to hurt other people's feelings, and I don't like other people thinking that I think I'm better than other people. So there are times you should seriously consider getting rid of toxic relationships. And toxic, let me clarify. Toxic is not necessarily someone that's just super bad. Sometimes there's just people that just drain you, that you just need to let go. They're not toxic and they don't mean to drain you. You just need to let them go. So let me give you some tips or suggestions on when you should start to let go of people, right? So the first one is the guilt trip. If someone is giving you the guilt trip, like, oh, you're so busy, or oh, you should be able to afford this because you work on your own, oh, you work from home or you have your own business, so you can go do that, right? Because I'm at work. Some people feel like because they go and actually drive to work 9 to 5, that their life is better than yours because you at home. And so y'all get what I'm saying. So if you have someone who's giving you the guilt trip, it is time to let go of that person. I had a best friend in college, and this was her MO, right? That she would give me the guilt trip a lot. Or maybe that wasn't something that she did on purpose, but I always felt guilty and obligated that I needed to stop what I was doing to help her out or to listen to whatever her issues were. And it was taken away from me doing my schoolwork. And so I had to really eventually, it took some years for me to really realize how toxic the relationship was. But I can just tell y'all right now, me and my best friend from college are no longer friends anymore. We might talk every once in a while, but we're not like we used to be, because I realized that relationship was hindering me from going to the next level, both in my personal life, in my relationships, and in my business life. So that it's okay to identify what those people are and start to limit your contact with them. It is fine. The next one is someone who pushes your buttons or bullies you. Okay. Push your button. I am, again, by nature, a very sweet and calm person. I do not like confrontation, but let me be honest with you. If you push the right button, then I'm going to go off. And once I go off, I step back and don't realize, like, oh gosh, I cannot believe I allowed that person to push my buttons like that. When you come in contact with someone that does that, it's time to let that person go. Because I don't like the way I felt when I am confronted that way. And when people purposely push a button, they know if they say this to me, what's going to happen. And a lot of it has to do with me also being aware that person is trying to push my button. But if you always in this battle with, I'm not going to let this person get to me, I'm not going to let this person get to me, then it's time to not be around that person at all, so that you don't have to put yourself in a situation like that. Because when you put yourself in a situation like that, you're stressing yourself out, you're getting your blood raised, all crazy things. And again, my goal is to protect you guys and ensure that you live the most healthy and vital and money generating life that you possibly can. And if you're dealing with someone who is pushing your button or purposely bullying you, which is a shame as an adult that you might have to be dealing with that, then it is time to put that person to the side. Put them to the side. And then the next thing, some people who make you physically, emotionally wear you out. And I might have said this before, I don't have much of patience with people who are crybabies, who whine all the time, who always talk about it's woe is me kind of people. Those kind of people wear me out. I tell people who come to me, even clients who want to, work with me, if they tend to be very needy, right? I tell them, I'm not a life coach. You need a life coach. You need someone who can help you with your life. I'm here to help you with your business. So when you become a VIP client of mine, it's all about, here's what we're going to do together. Here's what I'm going to do for you and your business. And let's implement this so that we can reach our goals by the end of 30 days, 90 days, or however long we plan to work together. That's what I am, because people who emotionally wear you out, they are attracted to other people who are strong so that they can feed off of them, right? That is another saying. Someone told me a long time ago that I'm an empath, right? And that means that I take on other people's emotions and feelings. And then at the end of the day, I am wore out because of that. Well, believe me, I have literally put a shield up that once I see someone coming who is an emotional person and who is ready to, who is trying to suck my energy from me, I let them go. Because again, when I am emotionally down or depressed, I don't get anything done. And if I can't get anything done, I can't reach the level that I need to be. I can't really be getting the things that I want to do. Y'all understand? So if you have come in contact with anybody who gives you the guilt trip, who pushes your buttons, who try to bully you, who is emotional drain to you, then find some ways to start reducing the contact that you have with people. And here's another thing. I've also realized that sometimes I have taken clients on because of the money. The money is good. And I realized even during that time of talking to them on the phone that this person is going to emotionally drain me, that I've now made a decision to go back to that client and cancel the client relationship that we have. I give them their money back, guys. That's how important it is about me protecting my emotional self, because I know when I dread coming in contact with people or talking to people, then I procrastinate on other things that I need to get done. So it's a lot easier for me to just go back to that person and say to them, you know what, I'm sorry, this is not going to work. I apologize. Here's your money back. But if we've done some work together, now again, this being me being 100 with you. If we've done some work together, then I don't refund them because they've gotten that month's worth of work out of me, but I don't renew the contract for the following month. I hope that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. So again, it's okay when you've made an agreement with someone and you realize that that agreement is not working well for you, for your physical, mentally self, that it is okay to say no to that, step away from that and cancel the situation. It's just fine, right? So Cheryl says, Felicia says, great. Cheryl says, my spouse does this once every blue moon. How do I overcome his guilt trip? That's something that he needs to work out. Is he giving you the guilt trip, or he has the guilt trip about not providing for you? And if it's you that has the guilt trip, then it's you that has to just say that, you know what, tell that person, so I'm gonna get a little personal here with you guys. My husband, when we first started dating and then we got married, he didn't realize that every night before I go to bed, I wind down in a tub. I take a hot bath, right? And in those hot bath times, I read, I meditate, I take notes, I write down, I journal, I might take notes of my intentions for the next day. And so that is the time that I decompress for today. And it was really important for me to do that every night when I was teaching and working full time and running my business on the side, because I had a lot of stuff going on in my mind. So what I would do, and I felt really guilty about not talking to him during those times, because my husband is a talker, right? I felt really guilty about that, but I had to tell him, I say, sweetie, love you to death, but 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock is my time that I sit in the tub and I don't want to talk. Now we can talk from here, from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, whatever that might be. I can talk to you then. So once he understood that, and I said it with loving, thoughts, and I didn't say it at the time that he was doing it. That's the key. Don't say it during the time that it's happening. Say it when you are, in a different situation, like maybe at a restaurant somewhere. Okay. Another thing that I had to do as well, my husband sort of works late, and when he does come home, so like today he is off, right? He's off working somewhere, and he left early this morning, but then he's going to come home late tonight. Now I don't take any coaching calls late at night. I do not text message with anybody. I don't do anything when he gets home, because when he does get home, he wants to talk to me, and he talks. And so I want to be present when he is there, so that I don't feel guilty later on for not taking that time to be present with him. Does that make sense? I know I sort of got off tangent. Cheryl says she just had to do that with a client. Yes, Totally understand. Okay. So guys, thank you for being with me as I walk through that toxic relationship, because that's a big one. And for African American women, we just don't want to disappoint people. We don't want people to think bad of us. And that's why this next one is really important, right? How to set boundaries. Now, setting boundaries, again, can be hard. And Felicia made a comment about family members when they call you in the middle of the day when you're working, and you physically have to set boundaries. So let me just say to you guys about my boundaries is that I had to do some things that were automatic, right? That automatically happen. My phone is on do not disturb from 10 o'clock at night until 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, that's a long time for your phone to be on do not disturb. That means I get no notifications. I don't hear the phone ringing. It goes, if someone does call, it goes automatically to voicemail. Now, what I have done, I don't know if your phone does this. It took me a while to figure it out. But I have allowed for certain people's phone calls to come through as an emergency. So if I put my phone on do not disturb from 10 o'clock, I always worry that maybe my mom might get sick in the middle of the night. So what I've done is that the phone calls from my mom and my aunt and my husband are the calls that automatically go through, right? It automatically rings if those three, people call during my do not disturb time. So you can do that. That is a natural way to set boundaries. You also have to think about just not answering the phone. I see people, again, I'm about to go so off tangent right now, but I see people who answer every phone call that comes through. And I'm like, really? I don't answer any phone calls that if I don't recognize the number or your number is not programmed in my phone, I don't answer it. Now, probably when I was younger, that would have bothered me to death, but it doesn't bother me at all because, again, my time is my time. And I set boundaries on when I have the option to do what I want to do. I have the option and a choice to answer the phone or not answer the phone. And again, I am getting so off topic, but you guys see how passionate I am about wanting you guys to really live the life and be able to do the things that you really want to do. It all boils down to you making choices that suit you. I'm just saying, okay? So let me see what Karen is saying. All right, so Karen says, Cheryl says she's started doing that. Karen says, yes, you make time with your husband like you make time for everyone else. Yes. Karen, I even make more time for my husband than I do for anybody, right? My girlfriends and I can be talking and my husband can walk through the door and I'm like, okay, girls, it's great talking to you guys. My husband's come through the door. Let me spend some time with him, right? We have quality time together. We watch television together. We have a special show that we watch together. We try to eat together at every single dinner. So I am really conscious of being present because I do love social media. I love being on my phone. I love my computer, but I also know how important it is to be present for people. Even if I'm with my family, I am not on my phone. I am present at that moment. Why? Because I've set other boundaries in my life to allow for me the time that I'm with my family that I can spend with my family. Again, I didn't mean to get all off tangent with this, but I just wanted to share that with you. So one of the ways when you start to set boundaries, I want you to not say, I'm sorry. Because when you start to say, I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry that I have to say this or I have to do this, then people feel like that's when you sort of feel in the guilt trip. Don't even say you're sorry. Just say that, hey, guys, I have to pull back from this right now. I've got other things going on for the next 6 months and I can't do this. And leave it at that. Just leave it like that. Don't even say you're sorry. The second thing is don't try to explain. Now, this one was a big one for me because I tend to want to explain, or I would like come up with some lie about, like, if I say, oh, I don't want to attend because, my husband has another event to go to or something like that. I used to do that. Not anymore. I just say, guys, we can't attend, and leave it like that. Text messaging has made this so much easier, right? But don't explain. When I was working full time and I needed a day off, I always found myself explaining why I needed a day off. No, I don't have to explain. If you have the time off, then you should be able to get the time off and say, I need the time off. I have to take care of something. That's it. Never have to explain. That gets better. You get better at that as you go. I mean, you catch yourself sometimes explaining yourself in a text message. No, to say, hey guys, we can't attend. Oh no, guys, I can't do that today. Or I can't do that. That doesn't fit into my schedule. Leave it at that. The other thing that you can do is use what I call the broken record technique. And the broken record can be, you say the same thing over and over again. Oh no, that doesn't work for me. For anything, you can continue to say, that doesn't work for me. Oh, that doesn't work for me. Oh, no, that doesn't work for me. You can find your broken record technique that you say over and over again that works for every situation. Every situation. Because eventually then people get the hint. They know what you're talking about. And then if you have a broken record statement that you say, then you don't feel guilty. You don't feel obligated. You don't feel like, it's your fault. You don't feel shameful. You don't feel, like you're disappointing anybody. You just got your broken record statement that you say, that doesn't work for me. And it just comes out so easy. You can tell that's my broken record technique. It doesn't work for me right now. All right? And just go on. And another technique is just, and then change the subject. Move on to the next thing. I tickle myself. All right? But honestly, guys, if you run across people who are just toxic, right? They are going to find someone else to replace you anyway. So what I mean is that if someone is an emotional person who drains you, they are not going to blame you. They're not going to be talking about you behind your back. What that person is going to do is going to eventually find somebody else that they can worry. Honestly, they will. And it's okay. I think about that in my childhood, not my childhood, but my young adult days, that I would have people who would call me who were just emotional, draining people. And I would literally say what I needed to say to them and say, hey, don't call me no more until you have that fixed. Eventually, those people stopped calling me because they realized that I wasn't the person who wanted to hear that mess. Honestly, again. So they will find somebody else to talk to about the situation. They just realized that I wasn't that type of person at all. And my family, any of my family members would tell you that I'm a person who is come to me with the problem. I'm going to give you the solution and then you go work it out. I'm also not a person who is going to gossip, right? So if you got something that you talking about people, I ain't got time for that, right? I set boundaries. I tell them right that ain't gonna work for me. And I walk away. I've done that, and that's why I've been able to achieve what I've been able to achieve, because I set boundaries early. And so I want you guys to be able to set these boundaries. I want you to be able to learn how to get rid of people who don't need to be in your life or into your business so that you can move forward. 2019, guys, is our year. I know we said that in 2018, but dang on it, 2019 gonna be the year also. So set these things up for yourself. Get that set up for yourself. We are about to go into questions. I see that if you guys have any questions for me, then make sure to put them in the comments. I'm going to do a quick review. But again, as a quick reminder, if you have not downloaded your action guide, go to aleasemichelle.com/this year to download your action guide to help you find out how to set your boundaries, how to get rid of people, how to overcome procrastination, all the things that we talked about today on how to overcome your procrastination, how to clean up your task list, when to get rid of toxic relationships, and then how to set boundaries. All of this will help you walk through that process inside of the action guide. Again, go to aleasemichelle.com/this year so that you guys can download this action guide to help you move forward with this, right? So Sean says, I am so guilty when it comes to explaining my actions. I thought I was the only one. I almost put myself on trial for no reason. That's so fun. Maybe you didn't mean to make that funny, but that's funny because we do. We end up trying to come up with this long explanation for something. Hey, and sometimes you even lie when you just let me just again. I'm so sorry, and thank you guys for being with me, going through this with me. I sometimes just don't want to do it, not for any other reason that I just don't want to do it. And I would literally try to come up with some extraordinary lie that sounded like it was true for a reason why I just didn't want to do it. And when I came up with my broken record statement, like, oh, that's not going to work for me right now, that solved everything. I didn't have to explain myself. I didn't have to come up with some lie and say that all my tires were flattened or whatever, right? I used to come up with some crazy explanations that were lies because I just didn't want to do it. So come up with your broken record statement. You can use mine. That's not going to work for me at this time. It's okay. Use mine and go on by your business. You're going to feel so much better, right? There were several things that I had to pull out of this year in the last month that I knew just wasn't going to fit with what I wanted to do in my plans for 2019. So it's okay. And guys, they're not hurt. Their feelings not hurt. They understood. So you can do the same as well for your life and your business. So do you guys have any questions for me? So Karen says, sometimes the toxic person isn't someone outside your home. So you have to learn to change how you react. Be fab. Oh, I love that statement. Absolutely love it. Shayla, what's up? Yes, that's not going to work for me at this time. Love it, right? That's a great statement. I need that on a t-shirt. Nope, that's not going to work for me at this time. You guys are awesome. Awesome. And so, guys, again, I want to wish you guys an awesome and blessed 2019 this year. 2019 this year. I know it's going to be a great year. I'm going to make sure that you guys have an awesome and blessed year. My goal is to do these coach to coach shows every week. And we're going to be powwowing it. We're going to be going through how to market your business, how to get out there. We're going to be talking a lot about mindset things. Even though you might read a lot of personal development books, you might be, you go to church, you pray. We still have times that the, negative nanny comes in and seeks into the mind and start telling us negative things that we can't do something. So I'm going to be here for you to push you out of that. I'm also going to remind you how awesome you are, how great you are, how outstanding you are. I'm also going to encourage you and give you the high fives when you do your best work, because a lot of you guys are doing awesome work that I'm very proud of you for doing. But we just got to consistently to continue to do it. There are going to be some bad months. There's going to be some bad days, but you're going to have some good ones. And I need to remind you to celebrate the good ones as well as learn from the bad ones. All right. So that's what Coach to Coach Show is. Thank you, Shayla. Thank you so much. Shayla says, yeah, I'm here for that t-shirt. You're right. All right, guys. So as a quick reminder, if you guys are not Lady Boss Club members, I want to invite you to join the Lady Boss Club. It is, if you have enjoyed today's show and will enjoy the rest of the shows, then the Lady Boss Club is definitely a place that you want to be. The Lady Boss Club is a done-for-you content creation service for business and life coaches. So if you're a coach who is struggling with clarity and direction with your branding, with your content creation and marketing, then the Lady Boss Club can help you. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I need to be looking at y'all right there, right? Inside the Lady Boss Club, you get monthly done for you coaching programs, workshops, and content that you can brand and sell as your own. Now, guys, did y'all hear that? It's done for you content that you can just rebrand and put your own name on it. I've done all the work for you. All you have to do is put your name and logo on it. The Lady Boss Club is the perfect place for the coach who is ready to up-level their coaching business, attract more of their ideal clients, and generate passive income fast. So again, if you're not a Lady Boss Club member, you definitely want to check it out. Go to ladybossclub.com and check it out right now. I still have up the special deal for this year. So if you haven't joined, this is a great time. I will be bringing that page down and increasing the price at 5 o'clock. It is on my calendar to take that down at 5 o'clock. So definitely take advantage of that while you can as well. All right. Do that. Let's do this. Hi, there you go. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, additional questions about anything, then please let me know. Leave them in the comment section, leave it in the messenger. Most all of you know how to get in contact with me. And again, one last thing I said, if you guys are looking for a support group, then you definitely want to go into and join the Superstar Marketers group. You can go to aleasemichelle.com/superstar so you can join that group as well. And the last thing that I want to say, two things that I want to say. If you have not downloaded your action guide, definitely do that by going to aleasemichelle.com/this year. And at the end of this episode, I am going to share the referral link for StreamYard. So if you want to put on presentations like this is a great time to start that. Then you want to check out You want to check out StreamYard. And again, I'm going to put the referral link to StreamYard inside of the comments as well, so you guys can check that out. You get a $10 credit for anybody who joins. All right. Karen said that Mike fixed you perfectly. Thank you so much. Karen says that alone is worth the investment. Yes, guys, the Lady Boss Club is such a great investment, and you have to check it out to see all the great stuff in there. I know I'm the founder and creator of it, but again, it's some great stuff because I created it in mind for my business and life coaches. I know what the struggle is like about creating content, consistent content, and starting from scratch. You don't have to start from scratch. I've given you the foundation so that you can build upon and then put your name and logo on it as well. All right, guys. So if there's no more questions for me, I want to say again, guys, have an awesome and blessed day. Have a great kickoff year for 2019. And I will be talking to you guys next week. And again, guys, if y'all think someone else needs to hear this show, go ahead and hit the share button and share this with other people. I really appreciate that. All right, guys, you guys have an awesome and blessed day. And I'll be talking to you later. Peace out.